what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Jasper Chase here, back with another motovlog. Today, we're going to Hooters, so stay tuned. This is going to be a good one. So this is a new series that I decided to do. This is actually inspired by Wheelie Good TV, who's going around Ireland and checking out ice creams and rating them. So I was like, hey, I could do hot wings. That's my favorite food. Why not? I know all kinds of great places for hot wings. So the first stop we're going to is Hooters. I want to give you a little history behind it so you guys know what we're dealing with. So in 1983, in Clearwater, Florida, 6 businessmen who had absolutely no idea how to run a restaurant decided, hey, let's open a restaurant. Knowing the Hooters 6 couldn't agree on anything, and they couldn't fly out to Buffalo for research, which, by the way, Buffalo, New York is the birthplace of hot wings. But long story short, they decided that they wanted to open up a restaurant with like-minded people for good food and cold beer. So, an interesting side story, they actually got arrested for impersonating restaurateurs, which I didn't even know you can get arrested for, but apparently you can. They actually had a lot of trouble trying to get a location. They actually ended up in a bidding war with this company called Wells Brothers Disposal, who wanted to turn the location into an indoor dumping site. That's ridiculous. But anyways, they fought and they won. So they got the location. So they incorporated in 1983 on April Fool's Day. By October, they actually opened their first store, so it was a pretty quick turnaround. They were so surprised at the amount of success they were having. They were experiencing 2-hour-long wait periods for customers to dine in their restaurants. So they ended up partnering with this guy, Hugh Connery, who his vision was to take it worldwide. The concept grew to Tampa and then all the way up to Atlanta. They partnered with this guy, Bob Brooks, who was the president of Eastern Foods, and they gave Hooters all the products for the restaurant. And after a few years later, Bob Brooks actually took over for Hugh Connery and was dedicated to making it an international brand. So in 1985, one of my favorite things started, and that's the Hooters bikini calendar. It actually featured a famous model by the name of Lynn Austin. She, if you're not sure, she actually became one of the most famous playmates in the world. Unbelievably, in 1987, a local TV program director had an idea for the Hooters 6. He wanted Hooters girls to host a late night TV show. So they got Lynn Austin to be the host, and they called it the Hooters Night Owl Theater. It rapidly grew to rank #1 in that time slot, and it was popular because of its Saturday Night Live kind of sketch comedy. But unfortunately, in 1995, the show got canceled for legal issues. So in 1991, President Bob Brooks spotted an up-and-coming race car driver by the name of Alan Kolwioki. The exposure made them so popular that they started getting sponsorship deals. And Alan went on to win the Winston Cup right there where he was discovered in the first place. It was pretty cool. Hooters sponsored a lot of things. They sponsored a jet car, they sponsored shovel racing, they even had an arena football team. But they didn't stop there. In fact, they sponsored a race team, a pro golf tour, a local radio show, and a college bowl game. Fast forward to 2006, they opened up their very first casino in Las Vegas, just off the strip on Tropicana. I have actually stayed there several times. I love going to Las Vegas, and my thing that I do is I start my week off by putting 20 on red at the Hooters Casino on the roulette table. And if I win, I keep gambling with my winnings. If I don't, then I go see a show or something. In 2013, they celebrated their 30th anniversary. By celebrating, they decided to start an app called Hoots. And it basically consisted of some of the most popular food items and created a faster online ordering experience. And finally, 39 years later, they are an international brand. They have 420 stores in 42 states and 29 countries. So they made it. Bob Brooks' goal happened. All right, here we go. So I've got 6 wings, some waffle fries. We're gonna be looking at service, size, quality, sauce, and so far everything looks good. The sauce is great. Big wings, love the breading on them. Sauce is good, and the service so far has been pretty good too. So we'll see. Let's take a bite. Super hot though. That's pretty good. Let's try the waffle fry. Pretty good. All right, well, I'm going to enjoy my wings. I'll give you a rating here after I finish. Later. Okay, let's talk about sauces. Now, Hooters wing sauce, kind of my favorite. I buy it at the grocery store all the time, so I'm going to give the sauce a 4. The size, normally they're a little bit bigger, but they were okay, so I'm going to give them a 3. The quality of the food, you could tell it was frozen, unfortunately, but I mean, the wings still taste good. They were nice and juicy. They weren't dry. So overall, I'm going to give them a 3. Now the price, it's $14 for 6 wings. And you get what you pay for. They're good wings, but I'm going to give the price a 2. It's a little high. The service was good. I'm going to give them a 3 only because when I first got here, I waited 5 minutes at the hostess stand before anybody actually saw me and told me to have a seat. So overall, you get a total score of 15 and an average score of 3. So Hooters gets a 3, and I'm looking forward to trying out a couple other restaurants and see how their wings stack up. You know, I've been going to Hooters for over 20 years. I've only had 1 or 2 bad experiences. Today was probably one of the worst experiences I've had, and it was really good. I still enjoyed myself. The food was delicious. The customer service was there. So overall, guys, I think Hooters is a great place to go. I'm going to dive into some more local places as well, but Hooters wings is my favorite wing, so I thought I'd start this series out on that. So that's it, guys. Thank you for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. You guys keep doing what you're doing. I'm out.